Alright. The name is Dale, doing the album review for J. Cole's Off Season. This album review is done on behalf of Audio Liquor Magazine. Disclosure, I am not a music critic or a YouTuber. I am not a talkative person. Talking is not my strong suit. But I was asked by the good folks at Audio Liquor Mag to do reviews, being that I listen to a lot of music, so here you have it. This is J. Cole's 6th solo studio album. He's from North Carolina, down south. And that might be a surprise to some folks who are not aware that he's from North Carolina, because he has a up north East Coast style to him. And I've said in past reviews that I feel that he's one of the leaders of the now school, not new school, now school. And I say now school based on a particular artist having 10 years in the business, in the music business. So I put him at the forefront of that now school, probably in the top 4 of that now school, leaders of the now school. And that being said, I still don't think J. Cole has ever made a classic album. Now, I'm sure many will disagree with me, because many folks believe that 2014 Forest Hills Drive album is a classic, which I don't. I don't even think it's borderline classic. I actually think his last 2 albums, including the one that I'm going to review today, are better than the Forest Hills Drive album. So I'm sure I'm in the minority with that. It's not a bad album by no means, but I just don't think it's classic material. And I'm not going to go into detail about every song on this new album, Off Season. But I will say this, that there were only 2 songs that I didn't care for out of 12. One that I didn't care for, basically J. Cole was singing the whole album. I didn't really care for that song. And he has a few features on this album, which he doesn't really have features in his past albums. Very few, little to none at times. But he has a few features on this album. He has a feature from Lil Baby, I believe. Then he has another feature from 21 Savage, which is a standout song on the album. It reminds me of the 21 Savage song that featured J. Cole a few years back. I think the title of that song was A Lot. Had a video for it. Love how they made the video. And this J. Cole song featuring 21 Savage reminds me of that song. The way it's structured, the production, the soulfulness of it. Then he has another song featuring Cameron that starts off the album in a very strong way. I believe the song is called 95 South. Cameron is not rapping, he's just talking shit. I think the production on this album is not done all by J. Cole, who typically does most, if not all, his production in the past. He has a few other folks who help him with this. I believe he still does the majority of the production work on this album, but he has folks like Jake One helping him on a song, and a few other folks that I can't think of on top of my head. And I think the production overall is probably his best production, better than his past production on other albums. And the production reminds me a lot of the production that was done on the Little Brother album, Get Back. If you're familiar with that album, if you heard that album, which is a good thing, because that Little Brother album, Get Back, is probably my favorite. It is my favorite Little Brother album. And the production style, the way it sounds, reminds me a lot of the production on that album. Which is ironic, because Little Brother's from North Carolina. So you see the correlation with that. And lyrically, this is a strong album. is a combination of braggadocious raps with consciousness, with thought-provoking insight on the world and him in general. So you can't go wrong with the lyrics. Basically, it has bars, it has substance, and he doesn't talk about materialistic shit. He doesn't give you club songs. He doesn't talk a lot about sex, or he doesn't have the raunchy, ratchet songs that are popular and that you hear now. And for him to be so grounded and so down to earth at his level is crazy. You usually don't get that combination of his type of MC at that level of fame. That's very rare nowadays. So I appreciate J. Cole. The hip hop culture needs J. Cole. And I will give this album Off Season a A-. I was thinking a strong B+, but after listening to it a few more times, I will put it on the low end of a A-. Still A-, but it's at the low end. So I'm late, very late with this album review, later than I wanted to be. I'm sure anybody who's a J. Cole fan has already heard it, has got it, has listened to it many times over and over again. So I'm not telling you anything new or groundbreaking, but I wanted to do the review anyway. So here you have it. I'm done. I'm finished.